how ancient is ancient? To us, black and white movies seem ancient. Traditional gender roles, ancient. Socrates and Plato, definitely ancient. But now we are in a place that is totally ancient. From the Bronze Age. That's 4,000 years ago, y'all.
That's wild.
What's up, Wanderers? I'm Jay.
And I'm Janet. If you're new here, welcome. We're on an epic 2-week journey through Greece.
In our last video, we showed you a little slice of northern Greece and the deepest gorge in the world.
Now we're in the Peloponnese, and over the next 2 days, we're going to show you some of the top sites, including a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Our home base is Nafplio, which is where we're starting out today.
Why did we choose Nafplio as our jumping off point? Stay tuned and see for yourself. Let's explore Nafplio. The quiet hours at the Airbnb we're staying at are 3:30 to 5. And we're out during the siesta time.
Yes.
So maybe that's why it feels so hot. There's only a few people sitting out at the cafes that will say "Yasis" to you as you walk by.
We're about to go in and check out the Old City of Nafplio.
To the Old City! The Old City of Nafplio is so quiet and peaceful right now.
Yeah, there's tons of little secret staircases and alleyways, hardly any cars,
Yeah.
Very peaceful.
This place feels like a maze, up and down the stairs, through the little tiny areas like this. Look at this. I'm loving it.
We are gonna poke around town a little bit more and then go up to the Palamidi Fortress.
The sun has lowered in the sky enough for the streets to be in shadow, and all of a sudden, more people are out.
Everybody emerges from their afternoon slumbers. I don't know, I think I kind of like that idea of having like a siesta time. Old Town underwear.
A walk through the Old City will reward you with a view of the water and the Bourtzi Fortress. You can take a boat ride over there for €5, and the entrance fee is another €5. Jed's long-lost brother. What you got there, Jed?
Some gelato, chocolate and wild cherry.
And then I got yogurt, honey, apricot, and mango sorbet. And the lady was really nice. She let Jed try her favorite flavor, which was salted caramel.
Yeah, I'm probably coming back for that.
Now that we ate, I feel so much better. I feel refreshed.
Oh yeah, cooled down a little bit.
I'm ready to tackle the stairs.
What?
Well, I don't think I'm good. I made it to the Palamidi Fortress. Check out the view behind me. Oh my goodness. I got the special 20 euro ticket, which is valid for 3 days, and a bunch of other different archaeological sites, which we are going to visit. We drove up here because we didn't really feel like walking up all the steps in the hot sun. I've heard that if you want to do the steps, the best time to do it is in the morning because they're still in the shade. Anyways, I had to let Jed out of the car because I needed to wait for a parking spot to open up. And now I need to find him. Just looking for a man with a camera. I found Jed, and he just so happens to be in the most scenic spot. Wow, Jed.
Yeah, I know how to pick them.
Right there. That's Bourtzi Fortress. Bourtzi Fortress seems so little now in comparison to...
Yeah, it does.
Across from the fortress is the dock, and then you can take a walking path that goes around the peninsula here. So you can walk along this path and you'll pass some nice church and little beaches along the way. The further up the fortress I'm climbing, the more of the view is being revealed to me. And now I can see a little piece of the town of Nafplio. History, views, archaeology, it's all right here in Nafplio. Recommendation would be shoes.
Yeah, wear good shoes.
Wear good shoes. If you fall, you get pricked by all these cactuses.
On the way down?
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Maybe they planted them to stop the invaders coming.
Probably.
Well, honestly, if they were going to invade, you wouldn't come from this side. I would be a bad tactician.
Another roadblock in Greece. It's sheep.
Hey, what's up, guys?
This is the sunset spot that I found on Google Maps. Though it looks like we got a fair amount of cloud cover tonight. Either way, it's a beautiful, peaceful spot.
It's not very far from the fortress of Palamidi. I know that the Greeks had to hide their places of worship and even some schools from invaders, and this may have been like a hidden church.
Feels like a hidden church.
Yeah. So they would build these churches and have secret pathways to get to them so that they could worship in peace and in private.
And now today, through the power of Google Maps, I found it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ottomans couldn't find it, but we found it.
Wow.
But it's very beautiful, and it's just a very peaceful place to watch the sunset.
As promised, the Lay's oregano.
I already ate some and I really liked them, but I wanted them to be even more oregano-y. This is a problem I have with Lay's. I feel like their flavors are not intense enough. Today when I went to the grocery store, I picked up a store brand version of oregano chips, and they are very oregano-y, and I really like them. So that's what I'm crunching on while I'm waiting for Judd to finish his chores.
Good morning, wanderers. We are on our way to something that I have been excited for since I booked these tickets like months and months and months ago. The archaeological site of Mycenae. It is beyond ancient.
Wait, I think we got a roadblock coming up here.
Uh-oh. Hey, Pupper.
Good morning.
So Mycenae was one of the most powerful cities of ancient Greece and was the center of Mycenaean culture in the Bronze Age over 3,000 years ago.
3,000 years ago. Just think about that.
The area around Nafplio has some of the coolest archaeological sites, in my opinion.
The first place that we're going to is actually known as the tomb of Agamemnon. And I'm doing quotations here because, is it the tomb of Agamemnon? How do you really know? It was given that name by an archaeologist who came here. I believe his name is like Schrödinger or Schraulinger.
No.
What is it?
Heinrich Schliemann.
Okay. So I wasn't close, but anywho. This guy, he was the archaeologist and he was fascinated with the Trojan War. So he had gone and excavated places in Troy and then came over here searching for the tomb. So he had learned all of this lore and he wanted to find the places that Homer wrote about. So I think maybe there was a little bit of bias there where he's seeing what he wants to see. But either way, the tomb that we are going to visit, the way it's built was clearly for someone of major importance. Are you hyped yet? We're hyped.
We're like Heinrich Schliemann over here.
You are standing before the final resting place of one of the great kings of Mycenae. It's the largest Tholos beehive tomb built in the Bronze Age of Greece, showing the power and grandeur of the Mycenaean people. And the way it's built is really impressive. Over the doorway, a lintel stone that weighs about 120 tons. The relieving triangle takes the weight off the lintel. The walls meet at the top, creating a smooth conical ceiling without the need for a central support. The dromos, the entrance pathway, the way the walls rise above, it's hard to imagine how people moved these stones in 1250 BC.
What time is it now?
8:51.
And the first tour group has arrived, and you can see the scale of the little people.
So we are on top of the tomb that we were just in. And from here, you could actually see across the valley, the citadel, the ancient walled city of Mycenae.
And that is where we are headed next.
The city of Mycenae was immortalized in Homer's The Iliad. The Trojan War was fought over the most beautiful woman in the world, the captured queen of Sparta, Helen of Troy. That's some lore.
That is some real lore right there. So this city that we're going to is like a city of legend. We're stepping into the time before Homer, so it's just amazing.
I used my 20 € ticket, which was great. Jed forgot to buy his, so he paid.
I paid 12 just for Mycenae.
So we are approaching the famous Lion Gate of Mycenae. Now the heads are missing. They would have been carved out of some other substance and covered in gold leaf. Right on the sides here, you can see the post holes that would have held the wooden gates and the bar that would have closed the gates at night. And there are stairs where people would have been up there to defend the gates. Incredible. Over there is the tomb of Agamemnon, the treasury of Atreus. Up the Acropolis.
Behind me was the palace of the Mycenaean kings, and across the plains of Argos, you can see the Argolic Sea. The Mycenaeans were a seafaring people.
To be here and to walk the same paths that people walked in the Bronze Age is such a special feeling. Really puts in perspective your place in history, in time, in space.
Other peoples settled here after the Bronze Age in the geometric and archaic periods. We're talking 2,500 years ago. Their ruins are here on top of ruins, on top of ruins. There's just a ton of history here.
Welcome to the subterranean cistern of Mycenae.
Whoa. Ooh, it's nice and cool down here.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Hang out by the cistern for a while. We just finished visiting the museum, which I would say is definitely worth it because you get to see all the different artifacts that they were able to find.
Yep, and it's really quick. It's just 3 rooms. Our recommendation is to visit the tomb first, go at 8 a.m.
Yep.
Then come here, skip the museum till the end.
Yep.
Because the museum's a little crowded, it's not too bad.
Yeah. But honestly, like, even if there's a lot of people here, you're still gonna have a good time because it's so huge that there's a lot of space to roam around and take in the views. On to the next archaeological site.
Yes.
Tiryns is right next to the road, and it's kind of bonkers that a place like this has been sitting for 3,000 years, and then there's just the regular road right over there.
Right in the middle of town.
Yep.
Can't miss it.
I used my special ticket, which was 20 euros, and there's 3 more places that are included that I could go to as well.
Oh,
Oh shit.
that's awesome. Whoa, let's go.
The thickness of these walls is nuts. How did they build this? No wonder people thought it was Cyclops.
I think it was Cyclops.
Tiryns is the most fortified of the Mycenaean cities, and that's because it's the closest to the sea. So we're walking along
a dusty, hot path to the vaulted tomb of Tiryns. And a cool thing about Tiryns is that it's the home of the myth of
Heracles.
Heracles. If you are a Roman, you would know him as Hercules, but here in Greece, it's Heracles. So Heracles was supposed to be the king of Tiryns, but his cousin Eurystheus took the throne from him. Eurystheus was so afraid of Heracles because he's a strong, big man. So he went to the oracle at Delphi, and the oracle told Heracles that he needed to perform 12 labors over the course of 12 years for his cousin. Tiryns should have been Heracles' citadel, but he was more the doer of heroic deeds, and that's what he did until he joined the gods up on Mount Olympus.
Wow.
What do you think?
So cool. I mean, it's definitely a lot smaller than the tomb of Agamemnon, but still just as cool. And it's just in the middle of a lime grove. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty special.
Yeah. The oldest bridge in Europe.
It's nice in here. It's breezy and cool.
Ooh, I'm coming. It's amazing. This is like probably 3,000 years old, part of the empire that the Mycenaeans had, and it still exists today. You can just come and visit it. So definitely put that in our Google map list, and you can check it out yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can come be a little Mycenaean troll.
Yes. Yes. You have to make up some good riddles for the people.
Do your troll face. One of the reasons why we chose Nafplio as our home base for this part of our Greece adventure is because it is so close to the different activities that we did today. So if you like history, you like archaeology. Today a lady asked us, are you guys archaeologists? And we were like, no, we're just nerds.
Pretty much.
Nafplio is really cool in its own right. Like we had a really nice dinner last night in the new city.
Yeah.
Which Jed said was maybe his best of all time.
Best
in Greece.
In Greece so far. It was called Stablos, and it's definitely going to be linked.
This is the Stavros village sausage, and it's much bigger than we were expecting.
Yeah. Definitely. But I think we can take it.
Oh.
Everything here is like 20 times bigger than you imagined. The scope of the buildings and the ruins are just awe-inspiring.
One other good thing about Nafplio is that it is an easy day trip from Athens, and there is more to do if you wanted to spend more time.
I mean, the Peloponnese has so much to offer, and this is just scratching the surface. If you're looking for other good day trips from Athens, check out our videos on Delphi and Meteora.
Yes, and if you're looking for something that's a little bit more off the beaten track, then you could check out our video about northern Greece, where we took you a little ways into the mountains.
And next up, we are getting off the mainland and going to the Cyclades. Our first stop is going to be Milos, and we are super pumped.
Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.
And happy wandering.
Happy wandering.